everyone, it's Monique Renewed. Welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be how to determine your calorie deficit for weight loss and also how to track your calories. So a couple of weeks ago I made a video on how I lost 30 pounds. Although it was a pretty long video, I feel like things could be broken down even more. Weight loss is such a vast subject that everything can't be condensed into one video. So here is the next segment on how to get into a calorie deficit. So basically a calorie deficit is what is needed for weight loss. It's when you burn more calories than you consume. And the opposite is true for weight gain. So that's when you don't burn as many calories as you do consume. So those are the main factors when it comes to weight loss is diet and exercise. Diet meaning calories that you do intake, and exercise is the calories that you burn. And I will show you how to calculate your calories and examples of foods that I track throughout the day later on in the video. But right now I want you to have an understanding of what it means to be in a calorie deficit. I feel like once you have a more understanding about weight loss, you will know the reason why behind you don't eat certain foods and why you have to work out and why you have to move your body. It makes it easier to stick to those type of things once you have that understanding. Food is made up of macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients, you'll hear a lot of people in the fitness or weight loss world talking about macros. So macros are basically made up of fats, carbs, and protein. Those are the main nutrients that contribute to your diet. And then micronutrients are like your minerals and vitamins, which a lot of people don't really talk about, but I feel like it's very conducive to your health and it supports weight loss once you have the proper vitamins and minerals in your diet. I don't think they have many calories, if any, probably 0 to a few calories, but I feel like they are very important. When you are deficient in a certain micronutrient, it can really affect your health. That's why things like making sure you have enough vitamins and minerals through your food is equally as important. And they also play a vital role in your bodily functions. So the reason why you hear people talk about protein so much and why it's so important is because protein, which is basically made up of amino acids, support your body tissues like muscle. Okay, they are the building blocks to a lot of cells and structures in your body like hair, nails, skin, all that type of stuff. So that's why protein is important in terms of building muscle. And then also with weight loss, it contributes to that because for one, protein helps you feel fuller longer, and it also has a thermic effect of burning up to 30% of its calories. So for example, if I eat 100 calories worth of protein, it's almost like I'm only eating 70 calories because I'm burning 30% of it, or up to 30%. This can vary. So for example, carbs only burn about 5 to 10% of its calories, and fat only burns like 0 to 5%. So that's why people tend to try to limit unhealthy fats, because it's very hard for it to be burned off, which makes sense. And then also equally as interesting but makes a lot of sense, I really like these type of facts. 1 gram of protein and carbs have 4 calories, and then fat has 9 calories. Isn't that kind of crazy? It has more than double the calories of protein and carbs. It's nice to keep in the back of your mind when you're calculating your calories and stuff. So, but this does not mean to eliminate certain food groups from your diet. I know a lot of people swear by certain diets. I never really did a certain diet because to me it would be unsustainable to eliminate certain food groups. Fats are important, carbs are important, and protein is important. So for example, you need carbs in your diet because that's what provides you with energy and it supports your brain function. Equally as important is fats. Fats, especially for women, supports hormone health and brain function as well. So that's why I feel like the balanced diet to me is the best, and it's more sustainable in the long run. I think what happens is that we consume a lot of the unhealthy versions of these macros, such as refined processed foods, things like donut, cakes, refined carbs, heavy oils, butters, and fried food. Those are the unhealthy versions. But I feel like, in my opinion, if God made whole foods like avocados, nuts, whole grains, things like that, I feel like those things are healthy. Those are still carbs and fats that you need in your diet. And also fruits and vegetables are considered carbs, but they will still support you during your weight loss journey. Like if you have a sweet tooth like me, eating fruits can help manage that. Vegetables are very low in calories and have a lot of micronutrients that you need. Okay, so now that we got that out the way and we have a better understanding of food groups and burning calories, let's go onto the computer and I will show you how to calculate your calorie deficit. Okay, so So you're either going to go to on your phone or on your computer, and you're going to search calorie calculator. I like this one at the top right here called calculator.net. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to punch in my numbers. I am a 32-year-old female. I'm 5'3". Right now I'm about like 127 pounds. I fluctuate between 125 and 127. So I'm just gonna put the highest weight and your activity level. Now, you can of course lose weight without exercising, right? That's going to be like your BMR. We have some movement throughout our whole day, right? We're not just sitting on the couch all day. So your BMR is basically your basal metabolic rate. So you burn about 60 to 75% of your total daily calories just by your bodily functions. So like your heart beating, breathing. This is without eating nothing and without doing nothing. This is just naturally your body burning calories, right? There are things that can affect your BMRs. For example, if you are at a heavier weight, you tend to burn more calories. You tend to have a higher BMR versus someone that is smaller has a lower BMR. Your gender, men have higher BMRs. Your muscle mass, if you have more muscle, you have a higher BMR. So that's what that is basically. If you work an office job and you get little to no exercise, obviously you would choose that. I exercise about 3-4 times a week, and that also depends. I'm going to choose light exercise. I'm going to choose just to be on the safe side, something that is on average is about 4 times. But you know, that fluctuates and change every day. So I'm just gonna choose light exercise. And down here, it will tell you now how many minutes is considered exercise versus intense versus very intense. Okay, and then I'm going to hit calculate. Okay, so this is going to be the suggested amount of calories I have to intake, either to maintain, to lose a little bit of weight, to lose an average of 1 pound a week, or to lose 2 pounds a week. Now, the typical suggestion is to lose about 1 pound a week. That is what is on the safe side. You can see here, extreme weight loss is only 726 calories, which is ridiculous. So obviously I'm not gonna do that. And I wouldn't really suggest that for anybody because you'll end up gaining that weight back anyways. So my suggestion is about 0.5 pound to 1 pound a week. Okay, in order to lose a pound a week, I would have to eat 1,226 calories a day. That seems very low. It is low because I'm short, number one, and I already only weigh 127. So in order to lose even more weight, I have to intake even less calories. It is ridiculous. There are also things called reverse dieting that can help with that, so you don't have to keep cutting your calories and cutting your calories and cutting your calories because it's not sustainable. That is a whole nother topic. What I would do is stay somewhere in between this 1476 and 1226 number, so about 13 something calories. So now that I know this number, I'm going to go into my Lose It app, which you can download this from the App Store completely free. I paid for the premium because that's how much I like this app, so you can decide what you want to do. But it is free to scan barcodes. I know MyFitnessPal, that's a really popular app. I personally don't like that. I did use that years ago when I was trying to lose weight, but I never really stuck with it, and now they make you pay to scan food, which is crazy. But anyways, this already has like my numbers punched in. As you can see, I downloaded this app, like I said, a little bit later on when I started counting my calories. So it will tell you your average weight, your weekly rate, and all of that. Okay, so what you're gonna do is click on this little icon on the right hand side, and you are going to click on your goal, and you put in your current weight and your goal weight, and based off of that, it's going to calculate how many calories that you need to intake. Once you do that, you can set your budget, your calorie budget. If you think of calories like how much money that you have to spend, if you overspend, you're going to gain weight. Spend the right amount of money, you can lose weight. So think of it as like that. You can either customize it, you know, put in the numbers yourself. So you can put in the numbers that you got from the calorie calculator, or you can do the standard, which is determined by the goals that you inputted earlier. Okay, so I did the standard according to the app, and this is, like I was saying, about the amount of calories I should be intaking in order to lose weight, as we determined by the calorie calculator right here. So I said in between this number, so that seems about correct, right? If you don't have the app, or if you don't want to download the app, you can always do it the first way that I showed you, or you can do it within the app, or you can do both just to compare the two. So my weekly rate, I put in 1 pound. As you can see, it's roughly about the same amount of calories. And then for the activity level, I put somewhat active, saying my daily calorie burn is 1815. The way it determined this number, I have my watch actually connected to this app. So with this, you can have automatic tracking. As you can see here, if you have a Fitbit or any of these devices, you can connect them so that the app can determine how many calories you're burning versus how many you're eating. I also have my Apple Health app connected to this, which is also connected to my scale. So now all three are working seamlessly. I have my scale connected. That's how it knows how much weight I've lost. I have my Apple Watch connected, and that's how much it knows how many calories I am burning a day. You can also let the app determine your nutrition strategy. So like I was saying in my previous video, the app suggested that I have 74 grams of protein. Now, how you do that, you can browse strategies. They have different things. They have high protein, low carb, keto, plant-based, Mediterranean. They have a whole bunch of different strategies that you can choose from, or you can let it recommend a strategy for you. And then you can see your recommended strategy. So which one would you prefer? Do you want to minimize hunger, or are you focused on building and maintaining muscle? So the difference between this is the ratio of protein and fiber. So this one will probably have more fiber and this one will probably have more protein. So I'm going to select the high protein. And I already have this strategy applied. So the way that works is it's going to have a suggested amount of protein. So this is the highest amount of protein that it was suggesting, was the 86. Currently I have it on 74, but I just changed it for you guys to see. For breakfast, it's going to recommend a certain amount of protein in order for you to reach that goal. So that is how that works. You can add the sections that you want to see. I don't have like a saturated fat or a net carbs or a sodium goal, so I didn't add those, but I do have goals for protein, fat, fiber, sugar, and carbs. So I can select each category and see the amount it is suggesting for me as I input my food. Okay, so here is my breakfast. I'm going to make iced protein coffee and I'm going to track it inside the app. So the first ingredient is this Ghost Whey protein powder. 1 scoop is 130 calories, 25 grams of protein. Cold brew coffee, I used about 8 to 10 ounces, which is 10 calories. Skinny syrup is 0 calories. 1 tablespoon of sugar-free vanilla pudding mix is 20 calories. 2 tablespoons of light whipped topping is 20 calories. 2 tablespoons of sugar-free creamer is 40 calories. And a drizzle of caramel sauce, which is going to be 0 calories. I don't track 0 calorie items. I'm just showing you this because it does have sodium, just in case you are tracking that. This drink is 220 calories with 25 grams of protein for breakfast. Okay, so next is lunch. I had meal prepped some fajita veggies, basmati rice, pinto beans, chicken breast, and shrimp. 1/2 cup of basmati white rice is 102 calories. 1/3 cup of pinto beans is 73 calories. Some fajita veggies. Now the app does allow you to make a recipe if you wanted to include several ingredients, so that's what I did for the fajita veggie. 3 ounces of chicken breast is 83 calories. 1 ounce of shrimp, and that is it. As you can see, this meal is very low calorie and high protein. We have 293 calories and 29 grams of protein, and if you want to add more volume to this meal, you can add some lettuce, some romaine lettuce. That won't add that many calories, and you can make it higher volume so you can feel full for longer. So lastly is dinner, and this is something I will get from the carrier all the time, which is chicken wings and french fries. But since we're trying to be healthier, I'm making my own version at home. These are just the frozen one that you get from the store in the bag, and 4 ounces is 220 calories, and that's just the edible portion, so without the bone. And I did measure it before, so 1 piece without the bone is about 1 ounce, so 4 pieces is 4 ounces. Next is the russet potatoes. Potatoes get a bad rep, but they are super high density and low calories. 1 whole potato is only like 100 calories, and you don't have to eat a whole potato. So I just use like half a potato for 55 calories. Next is this In-N-Out sauce recipe that I found years ago, and I've been making it ever since. I love to put it on like burgers, fries, and wings. So you're gonna saute some onions on the stove with some Pam oil spray. Add some of this crunch chili oil, that's optional of course, and then you're going to use 3 tablespoons of light reduced or fat-free mayonnaise. Mix it with 2 tablespoons of ketchup and 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and then salt, pepper, paprika to your taste or whatever. however you like that. And then I added the sauteed onions, and I only used half of the sauce. This sauce makes like 2 servings, so that's like 78 calories. Here are my potatoes that I boiled on the stove for about 10 minutes just to soften them so they won't be in the air fryer forever. Spray some Pam, a light drizzle of olive oil just so they won't be all dry and stuff. And then I put that on like 350 for like 10-15 minutes, and that's half a potato. All those fries, yeah, you get a lot. So this whole meal was 353 calories, 21 grams of protein, and I still have a lot of calories left over. As a snack, sometimes I eat this 80 calorie light Greek yogurt, and that has 13 grams of protein. That's a lot for that little bit of calories. And I've met my protein goal for today, and I'm only at 900 and something calories, which is crazy. So I could still add some more food. So don't think this is all you have to eat. You can eat way more than this and still be under your calories and over your protein goal. I hope this video helped you guys learn how to track your calories. It's not that hard once you get into it, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.